Welcome students to your first assignment. I wanted to make certain that everybody knew how to submit their assignment through the assignment link. In previous semesters I've had students that have never had any other professors have them do that, and therefore like the first 3 weeks of their assignments were not submitted. They were either posted in Blackboard or they emailed them to me, and email is not always the most reliable venue for assignments because we do have size requirements on files, and sometimes they go through, sometimes they don't. So the best way is to just use the assignment link, and I wanted to make certain that everybody knew how to do that. I also wanted people to understand why I think it's important to use this. It's beneficial for both of us. One, it holds you accountable for submitting your assignment on time, because once you've submitted the assignment through the assignment link, it is date and time stamped. The other part of that is that I'm held to be accountable to grade those in a timely fashion. So when students don't submit it through the assignment link and they aren't getting graded on anything, they assume I'm not grading their assignments in a timely fashion. So if we all work together and make certain that you're submitting your assignments on time, you know how to do it, and I'm grading them, everybody will know where they're at a certain point in time. So to do that, you must, number one, click on the title of the assignment. That has been the biggest, I think, misconception. People assume that, because I was saying scroll down to the bottom of the page, but I didn't realize from a student's perspective, you actually have to open up the boxes. So as soon as you hit the title, number one, there's a number 1, and it says assignment information. It gives the name of the assignment, week 1 online learning, and the due date, the instructions, and it goes through and gives you this instructions, tells you the due date, the possible points, gives you the actual files that are attached to this. And then 2, it says assignment submission. This is where you would submit your assignment. So you click on the browse button, and then you browse for wherever your assignment might be. I hope that everybody uses Word, because, or not, at least not Word, use PowerPoint if that's what the assignment is, because when you go ahead and you just copy and paste into the box, number one, if it's an assignment that I'm going to be grading for APA issues, you're going to get deductions because the formatting doesn't hold when you type it into the box. So it's really beneficial for you to be able to do it in a Word document, to save your documents. That way, if there's a glitch in Blackboard, which I've had that happen, students have spent hours writing up a very, very long response to a Blackboard discussion thread, for example, and then only to have something happen and it goes away. So they become extremely frustrated, and then do not give the redo, if you will, the same amount of attention that they would have in that first go around. So typing it in the Word document helps to save the document, so it preserves the actual file. 2, it allows you to do a spell check and a grammar check, because in the discussion thread, I can tell you that and I didn't discuss that in the welcome message, but it says it in the rules of netiquette and just basically how you should respond. Those are checked for spelling errors. I look at those and I do make deductions. So it's extremely beneficial for you to go ahead and write up your responses in a Word document and then spell check them. The same would be true if you were doing working with some sort of data in Excel. You wouldn't put that and type it into a submission box. You would do an attachment. So you browse for your file, and then wherever the file name is, you click open, and then it would actually then show down here. And it shows the type of submission. So if you submitted a PowerPoint, it would be a .ppt. If it's a document, it would be a .doc. So it shows me the type, and then it also allows you to then in the third box add any comments to me. This is important if you and I had any contact previous to the assignment being due. You could then tell me, I did what you had asked, and would you please review it before I submit for final grade? Now that means that you allowed me time to look at it before the due date. So if you're going to ask me to review it, this is a great forum to do that, because 1, it has a record of all the times that you've submitted it. 2, it allows me to be able to review it and give it back to you and have you make the corrections for final submission. But there's got to be a communication. It's got to be two-way communication, because when it's just one way, we're relying on the fact that I can read people's minds, and I don't do that. So what I want you to know is that I am very flexible about working with the students to be able to help them if they're having problems with an assignment. I'd rather you get the assignment than to just submit the assignment. So once you have added any comments, you click submit. Don't click save as draft. You can keep that if you're going to be working on it at a later date and you don't want to do final submission. It's a great way to kind of bookmark what you're doing, your where you left off, where you began again. So I think it's a wonderful tool. So you hit submit. Once you do that, in the grade book, it will show up as an exclamation mark. I will know that, again, the date and time that you submitted the assignment. You will know that you submitted it because when you look in Blackboard, you'll see an exclamation mark. Again, that holds us accountable for you submitting on time and me grading on time, because if you don't submit it, I do not know that you actually got it done. So we want to both be responsible for making certain that you have your information in on time and that I grade it on time. So hopefully if you have any questions, you'll contact me. If not, I'll be looking forward to more conversations about technology.